realized something for myself recently, and it's that no matter what I say or do, not do, but what I say, and especially when I say it in a serious tone or in some sort of egoic way where I'm trying to change someone's mind or create a new trajectory for someone's thought patterns, that the thought that I give will always be perceived in a different way than I intend. Because obviously different minds are perceiving different things in different ways. And there are all sorts of different maps and models that can help explain this. But for me as a personality person and someone that talks about, not personality person, but someone that talks about personal growth and all this stuff, I had recently put out an Instagram post that was kind of serious in tone. It was about someone, it was in reference to someone in our immediate sphere who is seemingly starting to get a little bit into cult territory. They have their own version of enlightenment that they're experiencing and kind of taking advantage of people financially and sexually. And it's a big issue. And, I've talked to some people and they've put up their own respective boundaries and all that stuff. And that's been really great. But I got really serious in the post, and then we heard from a friend who is associated with that person, and they totally interpreted what I said in a completely different way that basically turned it into their favor, right? And that to me woke up something in me. It woke up a moment of like, oh, well, if I'm being serious in tone, they're going to perceive it, first of all, seriously in tone, and they're going to apply it to whatever thing that they care about seriously. They're not necessarily what it is I'm literally saying, but they might use my logic to spin their own logic to create an interpretation that only strengthens their hold on their position, right? Most of the time when I've tried to rebel against something, which I have so much in my life, I have felt this sense of them digging in their heels more, right? Because I'm creating an us versus them. I'm creating a boundary. I'm saying you're wrong, and no one likes to feel wrong. No one likes to feel vulnerable. No one likes to feel like they're being told that their worldview is incorrect, because it's what they have. It's like swatting the taco out of their hand. That's what my friend Antonia Dodge says when you're getting to know someone's personality type and you're telling them that their way of thinking is wrong. And in a sense, I know that. I know better. But it took me until a moment of what I felt was of dire importance to get my point across in a way that was effective, that I realized that my fixation on trying to be so serious about it was making it much, much worse. And so I just started posting memes after that on my Instagram, and something just clicked where I'm just like, oh, my seriousness is not doing this righteous good thing that I think it is. I'm actually I'm contributing to the chaos more than I think I am. Because I'm still operating from an egoic place. I'm still operating from this sense that I'm right and you're wrong, I'm righteous and you need to suffer. Or this person needs to suffer or whatever. And everyone needs to fall in line and follow exactly what it is that I say, or follow my own philosophies, or think the way that I think, or do the things that I do the way that I do them. No. None of that is, no, that's silly. And it's not only a waste of time in the sense that whoever is going to read it is going to interpret it by their own means, but that it's just not a good use of my energy. It's not a good use of my mental space to spend all of this time writing this post thinking that I'm going to change the world with these 3 paragraphs. And then, and then I get a secondhand experience of hearing how somebody interpreted that and just basically spun it based on how they already perceive things. And that's just how it is, right? So I'm trying to, while I'm documenting this in a more raw way on the podcast, because this is what the podcast is. It's a personal journal. But I'm realizing that when I'm speaking on a more public way on Twitter, Instagram, or even on here, it's like there are ways to lighten things up, right? To just let go a little bit more, to have fun. My brain is so tightly wound so much of the time. And letting go and having fun. I'm listening to more comedy podcasts and trying to get into more of understanding the universality of the human experience and not getting so caught up in my own sense of ethics or values or whatever the ways that I feel like other people need to operate as, and look at the basics of what humans want and need, right? Like, we want to survive. We want to eat good food. We want to take care of ourselves. We want good relationships. We want good people around us. We want to make stuff. We want to make our mark in some sort of way. We want to maximize our potential. And just talking about those things, right? And so I'm learning for myself to not only let myself get so caught up in serious, but to say no to my own brain more when I'm getting serious, and to back off and watch some more TikTok and share more things and share more memes and find things that express what I'm trying to express, but in a way that's just not so threatening. It just doesn't need to be threatening, because then it's going to be maybe perceived a little bit more in the way that I'm hoping it would, but then also kind of letting go of the idea of anything needing to be perceived in a way that's anything specific. It's just like, if it makes me laugh, I'm going to post it. And that's more of my criteria these days. So I just wanted to share that, because that's sort of like part of my thought process at the moment. So that's it for this short episode. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, all that fun stuff. And we have courses at happychemicals.org that you can check out for yourself. I appreciate you. Catch you on the next episode. See ya.